The new Nigeria People's Party, NNPP, faces one of its biggest political battles since winning power. The party swept Kano in the 2023 elections, installing Abba Kabir Yusuf as governor and breaking the long-standing hold of the All Progressives Congress, the APC, in the region. But deep internal divisions have now shaken that dominance. A leadership crisis within the NNPP has pitted Governor Yusuf's camp against loyalists of Kwankwaso and his Kwankwasia movement, who helped build the party's base in Kano. Reports suggest Yusuf may defect to the APC, triggering heavy security around the Kano government house and sharp disagreements within party ranks. Now, adding to the speculation, Governor Yusuf met President Bola Tinubu at the Aso Rock Presidential Villa in Abuja on Monday. The high-profile closed-door meeting lasted several hours and comes amid ongoing negotiations reportedly linked to conditions around his future governorship ambitions and the 2027 elections. Observers say the meeting underscores the fluidity of Kano politics and the pressures of NNPP's hold on the state.
Now, the new Nigeria People's Party has been rocked by internal disputes, with leadership warning that defections could betray supporters and weaken the party ahead of the 2027 elections. Party structure in Kano have been disrupted, offices dissolved, and symbols removed from key government buildings, while several lawmakers and supporters have reportedly moved to the APC, signaling a major shift in the state's political landscape. To discuss this unfolding situation and what it means for the NNPP, we are joined live in the Daybreak studio on Arise News by Ahmed Ajuji, the national chairman of the NNPP. Thank you for joining us live on Daybreak, Alhaji Ahmed Ajuji, the national chairman of NNPP. Now, like the saying, kingdoms go, kingdoms come. What's happening right now with the purported defection of the governor to APC? Does that set the stage for the battle for the soul of Kano and completing that rise and fall of the Kwankwasia movement in Kano State?
Well, thank you very much. I'm glad to be here, and I am also equally glad to have this topical issue discussed at the widest possible arena. Kano State, as you know, is almost one of the, certainly, definitely, is one of the prizes that every political party covet for when it comes to elections, because of its electoral value and the population of those who elect presidents or governors and so on and so forth. What you are seeing today is a byproduct of a long-standing process that have been unfolding across the country. What we have is a situation where the ruling party feels that every other political party will have to be swallowed up and to follow its own path. Therefore, what is happening today in Kano is nothing new. It is not the end of anything whatsoever. Certainly, it is not the end of the NNPP. It is an unfortunate division that has been introduced actually without warning to us, because it almost came out of the blue, something that we never expected that the governor was going to do alone. We would have been a lot happier if he has taken the party in particular into confidence into what he wanted to do. But here we are with a situation where he decided to go to the APC, but quite certainly he did not come to tell us that he is going anywhere. And therefore, what we see and hear to us officially is just merely a rumor. Until and unless he comes to defect and effectively defects, we are not going to say that he is going. We believe that he will notify us at the appropriate time, most convenient to him. But so far, we did not hear from him.
All right. Let's go back a little bit to history. Kano State, as you had pointed out, a very defining state in terms of northern politics went from the PDP to the APC, and in a stunning fashion to the NNPP. And now NNPP has only one state governor, which is Kano, and if the governor Abba Yusuf defects, it brings you down to 0. Can you paint for me a picture of the current relationship between Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso and the governor? Because this is very significant. He is his benefactor, and you're faced with this situation which you have said wasn't foreseen.
Let me address the first part of your comment, and that is to say the NNPP is going back to 0. Yes, of course, the NNPP, with the departure of the governor or reported departure or his intention to depart, NNPP started everywhere else, not just in Kano. It started from 0 ground. And with the hard work that we put in building the party, we now had the electoral victory in Kano. If that now goes back again to 0, it is nothing surprising to us. It is nothing that will amount to a historic setback as such. It is indeed a setback, but I am absolutely certain that we will overcome such a setback. The second aspect of your question has to do with what you said?
I said the relationship right now between Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso and Abba Yusuf.
That's right. It is a relationship between a defector or potential defector and somebody who is not defecting. It is as clear as that. As I told you earlier on, we have not been notified, neither the party which I head, nor Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, who is the leader national leader of the party, has been formally informed by the governor or any one of his associates or followers that he is defecting to the APC. When that happens, we will address that question.
All right. Well, you've said that this took you by surprise, and you know the governor. You didn't know that this is what the governor had in store, even though an official statement has not been given out. Have you personally spoken to the governor about this issue? And if so, what did it say? What did he say?
No, I have not personally spoken with him. He did not reach out to me, which should have been the procedure. I tried reaching out to him on about, I think, a couple of occasions. And therefore, we are back to square one. We are waiting for him to communicate to us about his plans to defect. We hope he's not going to be just defecting without notification whatsoever, up to even if it is at the last moment. We believe at the end of the day we will have some kind of discussion with him. It's reported that he is probably going to announce his switch of parties today, but we all live to see. I believe discussing would have been the best way forward for him to decide to go anywhere. But since such a discussion is not something that is possible, at least it wasn't possible, we will wait to see what he does next.
Okay, there's been this allegation of betrayal on the part of the governor, but we'll look at the bigger picture, which shows the inside story of the NNPP future in Kano State. Now, there are those who believe that there is a bigger masquerade in APC that makes it impossible for Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso to lead the defection to APC. So some believe that his reluctance or his objection to the defection to APC was just to secure his personal ambition. And when I talk about the bigger masquerade, I'm talking about the former governor of Kano State, Governor Abdullahi Ganduje. You recall that the NNPP came to being because the power-sharing formula during the APC days in Kano State failed between Governor Ganduje and Governor Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. So isn't this a recycle of that pattern now that is creating crisis? Otherwise, we would have seen the whole structure of NNPP move into APC. Is that correct?
No, that is not correct. I do not know if we have a masquerade, big or small, anywhere in Kano. You referred to Abdullahi Ganduje. You remember that his relationship with Musa Kwankwaso, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, actually ruptured well before even 2019 election. Yeah, so it is not something that happened yesterday or immediately leading to the defection of the reported defection of the
Yes,
governor.
but there was an attempted political reconciliation between the two that came in form of presenting a power sharing option to the two figures that crumbled.
Well, irreconcilable differences in politics is nothing new whatsoever. So the fact that they were not able to accommodate each other on the same platform in the first place is what led to the evolution and emergence of NNPP in Kano. Certainly, there is a power tussle, a long-standing power tussle between the two gladiators, political gladiators in Kano. That is unfortunate. They should have united, but since you have this division, it is a continuous kind of battle that I believe Rabiu Musa Konkoso is not afraid of fighting.
There are fears that Governor Abba Yusuf's planned defection from the party might trigger further exit by members. Are you concerned about that as party chairman? Have you thought about it? Have you done troubleshooting? And what are you planning to do in order to hold the party together?
Members in Kano, probably some. There are, of course, every politician has his number of followers. But we are not afraid of the fact that some members may follow the governor if at all he defects. What actually pleases me most is the fact that we are able to hold ground in the rest of the country. Our structures are still in place. We hope to strengthen them. We have offices in all the 36 states of the Federation and in Abuja. We have offices in all the local governments of the country. And we are going ahead with energizing ourselves in building the party to confront the election that is coming in 2027. If at all there is any slip in Kano, I believe it is something that we can recover, in the sense that, remember, when we went into the 2023 elections, we had 0 councillor, let alone local government chairman or a commissioner or anybody in government or in positions of authority. So we are not afraid of that situation. We will fight it again the way that we did in 2023.
So you talk about fighting it again like you did in 2023, but answer us this. Why is Kano NNPP constantly in court, constantly in crisis?
No, we are not constantly in crisis when it comes to Kano. We are not. We are not aware of being in any court situation or anything. The recent fracas that you saw is, I think, is precipitated by Governor Yusuf's attempt to leave the party, which I said is still not official. We are not constantly in court cases. No, I am not aware of court cases within ourselves. We are in court cases severally across the country with a splinter group of the NNPP, but certainly not within Kano itself. After Governor Yusuf announced or wanted to defect, of course, there is a wave of opinion here and there. There are those who wanted to support him, who are indeed supporting him, and there are those who are not. The only case that I am aware of is the fact that I think we suspended, dissolved the executives in Kano, and I heard that someone had gone to court. But right up till now, as I sit down here, I did not receive any service from any court of law to the NNPP from anywhere in Kano.
Now, it looks like one will say you're playing the ostrich, waiting for Governor Abba Yusuf to tender his resignation before you could really believe that he's really defected. But beyond that, when you look at the inside story now, Yolanda talked about your party constantly being in crisis. That's talking about the Dr. Boniface and Yongbonam's faction. So it shows a party that has been deeply fragmented already before Abba Yusuf. So would you blame the governor for taking his political future in his hands? Because now riding with a deeply fragmented vehicle ahead of his political future come 2027 might be at risk. Don't you think so?
No, I don't think so, because he himself started with us from zero in Kano, leading up to his winning of the election. The fact that we have been beset with one challenge or another is nothing unique to NNPP. All the parties, if you want, including at a time the APC, faced such threats from within. The Boniface Anebunam factor is something that we have resolved practically in courts of law, and we believe if you were to go to INEC today, you do not see the name of Anebunam or whoever on the INEC register or its portal or legally its own recognition. And therefore, we believe that just like you have in SDP or even currently in the budding ADC as a political party, you have such challenges. And but the strength of a party is in addressing those challenges and confronting them headlong without bulking down under pressure from such challenges.
All right, you are party chairman responsible for running the affairs of your party, so you're here defending your party. But your principal, Rabi Musa Kwankwaso, was quoted as saying that he's actually not opposed to defection. However, he would like to do that on the basis of a mutually beneficial agreement between NNPP and the All Progressives Congress. So tell us, how does that make him different from Abba Yusuf, who is also looking for his own personal ambition? What's your take or reaction to that?
Well, I believe Rabi Musa Kwankwaso did not say that he is looking for whatever benefit that comes from APC exclusively. The official line of NNPP is that we are talking to everybody. We are talking to the PDP when PDP was PDP. We are right now talking with ADC, and therefore we do not shy away from talking to APC. But what he meant, I believe, because I had this discussion time after time with him, is that if at all you want to go somewhere else or you want to negotiate with another entity, it is better to have an organized strength so that we all go in one direction, talk to whoever it is that we want to talk, or decide to remain and challenge the status quo from within as NNPP. He is not talking about himself, and I believe he said that repeatedly. It is not an issue that concerns him as an individual alone, because it is a political party. If he were to say that he is going alone for his own interests, I think you might hear that I announce his suspension tomorrow.
Now, one final question in 30 seconds or less. What concrete achievements can NNPP showcase to voters?
In Kano?
Yes.
Yeah, in Kano, we certainly have a lot of milestones that we have achieved, particularly in the area of mass education, in the area of infrastructure within and outside Kano, in the area of urban renewal, in the area of healthcare, employment, public enlightenment of various groups all across the state. Okay,
always unfortunate that we are always pressed for time, especially with this very engaging discussion that has a lot of far-reaching implications. But that's the much we can take on this episode of Daybreak. And I'm Benga Ashiru. Goodbye. Thank you very much indeed, Alhaji Ajuji Ahmed, the national chairman of the NNPP.
Thank you so much.
I'm Constance Ikoku. Thanks for joining us. It's goodbye from me.
And I'm Yolanda Robert. Please do keep it here on Arise News. The morning show is next. Goodbye.